Shalom, call Allah Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Bahashim Kakwadash, double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of great millstone, even the elders that came before them and taught us this truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. I'm the brother slash elder. Shalom and salutations to you all. This is the WW3 Daily Update. And this is Jeremiah 51 and 46. Gonna read it in the NLT because of these words, approaching forces, all right? But do not panic, don't be afraid when you hear the first rumor of approaching forces. That makes it clear what this is about. Okay, I don't think it's that descriptive in any other version. Anyway, for rumors will keep coming year by year. Violence will erupt in the land as leaders fight against each other. Anyway, we're going to let Tusi here give his very, very right-wing slant on what's going on. Right? When I say that, this guy is a Carmanian. He's a Persian living in Great Britain. And he might be a tear. Anyway, whatever that means. So he's he's got a lot to say, right? But the main thing he's saying is that there's an escalation. He's calling it an escalation. So we're going to let Tusi talk. This was 49 minutes ago, so it's very fresh and hot off the presses. Take it away, Tusi, you weirdo.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to 2C TV, your global news channel. I'm Maya 2C, and we are currently, as we speak, having a huge escalation across the Middle East as the Israeli Defense Forces have now hit a number of key targets in Yemen, in the capital of Yemen, the Houthi.
Wait a minute. What about the Houthis just struck and hit them fools and knocked and made them bring this, whatever they're bringing right now, with that Mur weapon that they just deployed.
Go to 2C TV, your global news channel. I'm Maya 2C, and we are currently, as we speak, having a huge escalation across the Middle East as the...
So is this rumor? You'll hear the first rumor of approaching forces.
Israeli Defense Forces have now hit a number of key targets in...
Did he use the word forces? That's the spirit. All right, I'll let it play.
Middle East as the Israeli Defense Forces have now hit a number of key targets in Yemen, in the capital of Yemen, the Houthi bases, including the presidential palace. But at the same time, the Egyptian army have deployed their troops towards Gaza, which of course will be confronting the Israelis.
That's huge. Did you hear that? Egypt sent troops to the border. This is it, man.
They are trying to protect their border. They don't want the Gazans to go towards Egypt. But it's all kicking off. We also have some reaction from... there is now an explosion, ladies and gentlemen, in Iran. We've just received the breaking news. Things are also kicking off in Qaim Shah in Iran. We're going to bring you guys all this during this live breaking news. We also have our live feed from the Gaza border, the Israeli-Gazan border, which of course we'll keep an eye on. There were a number of explosions. I could see some smoke earlier. But of course, we have a number of videos we're going to bring you guys live as they come. First things first, let's go to the beginning of the reports and what's actually been happening over the last a few minutes. The initial reports suggested that the Israeli missiles and the Israeli Air Force massively slammed into the presidential palace compound in Sana'a. The Houthis have been launching drones at Israel. Another one was last night and over the last couple of days.
It wasn't a drone. It was a Mur weapon. Look that up.
They decided to hit the palace to send a message saying that Israel knows where the Houthis are hiding. For Yemen, of course, this is a massive escalation. They're about to collapse. There are blackouts in terms of the energy supply. There's fuel shortages, and everything is falling apart in Yemen thanks to the Houthis controlling a chunk of it. Let's go to the first video we received from Yemen when the Israelis hit the palace and the oil facilities. Crazy. We're getting more information about what's going on in Iran as well. It's absolutely fascinating. It's crazy Sunday. This is what
You're watching World War III take off.
Called today Crazy Sunday. And now the Israelis have been targeting not just the presidential palace in Sana'a, but also the ballistic missile sites belonging to the Houthis, as well as the Haziz power station in Yemen. There are now similarities between Iran and Yemen in terms of what's happening on the ground with the infrastructure or the stability of the system. Both Yemen and Iran at this point are running out of fuel in terms of the actual access to the people, running out of water, electricity is falling apart, and there is no way that they could bring things back to normal. We are going to go back, we're going to go towards what's happening with the Egyptians as well, but let's quickly go. I think this might be a different angle, the video from the hit in Yemen. But that's that one. That's the palace. But what we can show you is the latest image. The 6 airstrikes by the Israelis were detected in Sana'a, the capital. And meanwhile, the Egyptians are making a move, which is also escalating things massively in Egypt. Before we go to the supreme leader of Iran, because as I said, there's some developments happening inside Iran as well. The Egyptian army have now deployed their forces and their troops along the border with Egypt ahead of Israel's expected operation to take over.
See, Tusi, he hates saying this because he's firmly on the side of the Israelis, but he has to report the other side, so he does it in a slanted fashion. So for him to even be saying this, right, is huge movement in this overall war. So keep that in mind.
The Gaza city. According to the Al Arabiya and of course other media outlets in Egypt, the Egyptians fear that the Israeli operation will be pushing some of the Gazans, about 1 million Gazans, towards the Egyptian border.
They also know that what is going on is part of the greater Israel project, which goes straight into that land of Egypt. They know that that's what's coming. Okay? They know what Zelensky was trying to pull up there in Eastern Europe, and the same thing is going on. Okay? It's the same people, it's the same thing. And which is why you even get World War III. People weren't down there taking land and with plans to take land. You have a plan called the Greater Israel Project, right? As though those Arabs don't know about it. And here you are carrying it out, right? And trying to fool the people and distract them so that they don't understand what the hell is going on. But we see you, devil.
Go past Rafah, and this is a direct threat to the national security of Egypt. We do have a video from the Egyptian army deploying their troops towards the Gaza border.
Huge. All of this is huge.
It's quite a lot of them.
See? This is it.
Wow.
Wow. We got to read this. So I made a video earlier, a lesson, right before this. It's called, I forgot what it's called, but it's about what the Houthis just did. What am I trying to get here? I will gather the troops. I will gather in the valley of Yahushua. I'll just get it right here. Joel 3. Joel 3 and 2 in the NLT says, nations? No. Does it say I will gather all nations? Does it say all the nations? Does it say all the Gentile nations? Does it say the nations, I will gather all nations? No, it doesn't say that. All nations, gathered all nations and Gentiles and no. Okay, let's read this. The Most High said he will gather the armies of the world right over there into the Middle East. I will gather the armies of the world where? Into the Middle East. What do we see? What do we see? What did Tusi just say?
Deploying their troops towards the Gaza border.
That's a lot of them.
It's quite a lot of them. Wow.
I will gather the armies of the world.
So those were the Egyptian tanks and armored vehicles that are now being moved
And what are the Houthis doing right now?
towards the border. And there we go. That was an explosion in Gaza. We will get your reaction live. That was a big one. We can hear more explosions coming in. We're going to keep an eye on our live feed from the border between Gaza and Israel. But there we go. We can actually show you what's been happening in the southern part of Gaza City a few minutes ago, as the Israelis also massively hit. They are completely hammering Gaza City in order to start the full occupation. Let's go to Gaza City.
Salaki.
Definition of F around and find out. Let's get some reaction while we wait for more information coming from Gaza, Yemen, and also Iran. Ivan says it looks like a tough life in Gaza. Not. Yeah, again, this is the footage that the liberal media will refuse to show you. BG says,
Pays into the chat.
challenging the Israeli offensive in the Gaza City. That's why they're doing this. They don't want the Gazans to move from Gaza City to Rafah. We've just received more explosions. There's one at the bottom right.
Trust and believe that the Egyptians who are Arabs are on the side of the Palestinians who are Arab more so than they are any Israeli.
Don't even matter. It's not even Yemen. It's the Islamic Republic of Iran that are supplying the Houthis with all this nonsense. So the main enemy goes back in Iran, in Tehran.
So who's being gathered? If Iran is fighting right now, bombs are dropping. See, when you understand that what happened with Iran and Israel about months ago, that's never stopped. That hasn't ended. Look at the war going. Look at World War III. I'm going to end it.
Footage we have received.
Look at World War III happen. It's going to be normal everywhere. This is World War III. He said that this is going on
All
today.
they had to do.
He's saying that Sunday, and today is Sunday, this happened on Sunday. Okay? Here's the date. 25 August 24.
stay away from this conflict and not hit Israel. They can't complain.
What does this mean? What does it mean, Tusi? Sum it up.
68,000 subscribers thanks to you guys and your support. So we will continue our work and we will continue to be your geopolitical news source. We have another super chat from Carol saying,
All right, Tusi. So, as we can see, this ain't going nowhere until it ends. I'm going to go ahead and end it. Revelation 11 and 14. No matter how you slice it, Berean. We'll slice it in the Berean. The second woe has passed. Behold, the third woe is coming shortly. The third woe is all day World War III. World War II long has since passed. With that, we hope that the elect are edified. Your brothers refuse to say, hey, this thing done ramped up. Bloody Sunday. Shalom.